Well, I'm going to go back to the beginning of when we moved here to Hawaii. I really feel like my life began when I moved here. We moved here in '67, and I was 9 years old. And the reason I say that, I think, is because that's when all my memories began. I have memories of our life in Texas. We lived in Texas for the most part, but my dad wasn't really much of those memories. He was in 3 different wars. He was in World War II, the Korean War, and Vietnam. And so he was always gone, and I rarely saw him. Then when he was stationed here, he was stationed at Schofield Barracks, he stayed here. He didn't leave, and he became the father that I missed all that time. And he was just such an integral part of all of our lives, you know. He's just this wonderful father. And as soon as we got here, he just said, okay, you guys are going to learn to surf. And he bought us all surfboards. He bought himself a camera, and we spent all of our time down at the beach. Since my dad was really into filming surfing, he met all these wonderful Hawaiian people, local people here. And one of the first guys he brought home was Tiger Espera. And Tiger was the epitome of a Hawaiian. You know, he was very dark-skinned and had this long hair, you know, and great guy. And just, you know, he became a fixture at our house. And then we met the Ike-Hows, Eddie and Clydie and Mom and Pops and their whole family, and became very close with them. So it didn't take us long to adopt the Hawaiian lifestyle, and we just fell in love with it here, and we never left. In elementary school, he would come to the school and he would tell the office that my brother Fielding and I had a dentist appointment, and then he would take us to the beach to go surfing. He did that quite often. And then when I was in high school and later on college, he would leave for work really early in the morning, so he would drive past the beach. And if the waves were good, he'd call me and he'd say, you know, if you don't have anything too pressing, you know, in school this morning, maybe you should go for a surf first. It's really good. And so I often did that, and I'd get to school late, and at least in high school, and the teachers didn't mind because I always did my work. I got good grades. And so I'd come in with my wet hair, and they'd say, oh, how are the waves, Becky? Yeah, that was really fun times. And
as life has gone by, has there ever been anything you wanted to tell your mom or dad?
I guess I would just tell them thank you for, you know, always being there for me. And in fact, I thank God every day for giving me such wonderful parents. I couldn't have asked for better parents.
Come down off your throne, leave your body alone.